Everybody, and welcome to the Seven Directions of Service Walk Against the Mountain Valley Pipeline Southgate Water Walk. We are here talking about the proposed Mountain Valley Southgate Pipeline and the Mountain Valley Pipeline. Today we have Desiree Shelley with us from the Monica Nation. My name is Crystal Cavalier. I am the co-founder of Seven Directions of Service. I am also an Indigenous citizen of the Occaneechi Band of the Saponi Nation. And so we are here talking about our water walk that's going to happen Sunday, May the 2nd. And it is going to carry fracked gas from West Virginia into Virginia. And then it's going to switch from Chatham, Virginia to the MVP Southgate. And it's going to go through Rockingham and Alamance County, just ending south of Graham. So this construction poses a huge issue for all mainly citizens that are African American and indigenous heritage, and it's going through the ancestral homelands of the Monacan, the Occaneechi Band of the Saponi, the Sara, and the Shakori. The pipeline contaminates clean water, violates indigenous rights, and will plow through sacred burial mounds and sites, disturbing peaceful history, ancestry, and tradition which this country was built. The day of the event, starting at 9 a.m., Seven Directions of Service will host the water walk starting in Chatham, Virginia, with a community walk of action. And if you have not signed up, you can just join us at 3 p.m. at Draper's Landing or 6 p.m. in Haw River. Everyone is invited to participate. We will have small groups who will have the opportunity to choose a portion of the route and preferred time to walk. So we want to walk between 9:30 and 1:30. During the event, all COVID precautions will be in place to ensure safety at all in attendance. The organization, we wish to create a simulation of how bees would swarm to cover a garden in bloom. Now, an additional press conference will be held the day of the event, starting at 3 o'clock. And then we will have speakers starting at 3:30. Some of the speakers confirmed are William Barber III. He is the Climate Realty Project Strategic Partnerships Manager, North Carolina Environmental Justice Chair Kim Porter, Jason Keck, Desiree Shelley, Patrick Suarez from the Meherrin Nation, and many others. I just wanted to briefly talk about the water walk. So 3 years ago, I was invited to be on an Indigenous-led water walk in Chicago with Ojibwe elder Sharon Day. And we are walking for the water. As we heal the water, we heal our way of life. We are not a protest, but we are a prayer for the water. We invite all people to join us in caring for the water. The reason we walk is to honor all the rivers and all the waters and to speak to the water spirits so there will be healthy rivers, lakes, and oceans for our ancestors and the generations to come. When we are walking for the water, we are in ceremony from the beginning of the day until we retire at day's end. We try to move like the river continuously all day long, every day until we reach our destination. We carry tobacco with us to offer any flowing streams or rivers that we cross. We also honor any animals we may cross along the roads or the trails. When we walk, this is a time for prayer or songs for the water. We will make offerings for the water, sing water songs, and make petitions for our water to be pure and clean and continuously flow down to us. You will see women wearing long skirts to show our respect for the grass, for Mother Earth, and for ourselves. Men will carry the eagle feather staff, but if there are no males in attendance, then the women can carry the staff in the copper vessel that will be transported to carry the water. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Desiree Shelley, and after Desiree, Patrick Suarez will say a brief words of introduction.
Thank you for inviting me, Crystal. As Crystal mentioned, my name is Desiree Shelley. I'm coming to you from Roanoke County, Virginia. So I live very close to the main line route of MVP, which is currently under construction. I live in the Catawba Valley, which is about 8 to 9 miles from where the proposed MVP pipeline crosses the Catawba Valley and the headwaters of the Roanoke River. I'm also an organizer with Mothers Out Front and a mother of 2 girls, and I'm Monacan. The Monacan Nation historically was part of the Monacan or Yesan Eastern Soyan Confederacy, which had political, cultural, and linguistic ties to other modern organized tribes, and those that would identify as Yesan, or sometimes also called Tutelo or Saponi. These groups were throughout the Virginia interior, from the fall lines of Richmond into the Piedmont and the Blue Ridge and Valley, and parts of the Appalachian Plateau into West Virginia, and then south to central North Carolina. And these include groups such as our modern day, Monacan Indian Nation, Occaneechi Band of Saponi, Haliwa Saponi, and Saponi Indian Nation. I wanted to talk a little bit more about our burial mounds, and our other sacred sites that are under threat from the MVP mainline, and which will also be threatened by the MVP Southgate extension. Because Native people have been on this continent for time immemorial, we have numerous sacred places throughout our traditional homelands that signify our history, contain our medicines, burials, ancestors, cultural items, and traditions that show our ongoing and continual commitment to the land and its teachings. It's also important to understand the complexity of our burial mounds, sacred sites, and water, and how all of these things are connected. For Indigenous people, a sacred site is somewhere that connects us to our past, to the teachings of our ancestors, and reminds us of how we should live and that all things are connected. Additionally, our ancestral villages were established along waterways, and the ability to access a clean natural water source often has an important role in our day-to-day spiritual lives. Our burial mounds were historically were visited during ceremonial times of the year. The bones and remains of those that had journeyed on or passed were retrieved and placed in the mounds with the rest of their ancestors during these ceremonies. Some of the largest mounds had up to 1,000 ancestors placed there. So many of these mounds are along the route of both the MVP main line and potentially also along the Southgate extension. So I wanted to also just note, as Crystal mentioned about the water and why we are walking, that we often hear both the term water is life and defend the sacred. And this is because the waters are also sacred. We come into this world from the water, from our mother's womb. It nourishes us and sustains life as it does for Mother Earth. Water is often threatened and under attack by extractive industries. And so I consider myself a water protector. And water is one of our main reasons for fighting the extractive Mountain Valley Pipeline. Because of its threat to our health, our waterways, where I live, it's the headwaters of the Roanoke River, and also the inhabitants who also live within this river, some of which are endangered species like the endemic Roanoke log perch. So I'll end with saying, we often hear the term mini wichoni, meaning water is life in Lakota. In our language, we can say it as mani biwa, which is water is good, not the exact translation. But thank you for sharing this with us, and we hope to see some of you who are listening with us and joining us for our water walk. And thank you, Crystal.
Thank you so much, Desiree. And Patrick, are you, I don't know if he's froze or not froze, but Patrick was here to share some information with us. Let me see if I can get him on. Okay, I think Patrick's frozen. So thank you guys so much, Desiree, for being here with me. And we hope to see you guys at Sunday at 3 p.m. Draper's Landing in Eden, North Carolina. Oh wait, Patrick is back. Let me add him back to the stream. Hey, Patrick.
Hello, I'm driving, so I'm in the country. Um, so I should have better service like in 20 seconds. But yes, my name is Patrick. I'm a
Okay.
citizen of the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me, Chris? Okay. But yeah, I'm driving, so excuse my internet coverage. But yes, my name is Patrick, and I'm a citizen of the Meherrin Indian Nation. I will be there this weekend drumming with my drum group and also walking the first 3 to 4 miles. My people, the Meherrin Nation, our name means people of the water, Gawachaka. So this weekend really plays a special part of my, to my heart, because that's the meaning of our nation, people of the water. And one word that we say in our language, Yogwadi Huadate, that means we are thankful for. And we do a Thanksgiving address before any ceremony, and hopefully we can do that this weekend. It's just giving thanks to all the everything on Mother Earth. And one of the things that we do is give thanks to water. So I'm glad to be a part of this movement this weekend, and I hope to see everyone.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for joining us. Okay, so this concludes our press conference. So we will see you guys 3 p.m. Draper's Landing in Eden, North Carolina, right on the Dan River. So thank you guys so much, and see you Sunday.